Vinicius versus Xavi Alonso. This situation is getting extremely serious. Some of you might think this whole quarrel started just in the El Clasico. No, it is way deeper than that, and I'll break everything down in this video. So, in the game in the El Clasico, when Vinicius saw his number up in the board, immediately said, me. He said it like 5 times. He was shocked. Immediately he left the pitch. He went down into the tunnel. He said something going into the tunnel. He said, I will leave. I will leave the club. He said, always me. He told this to the assistant coach, that is Alonso's assistant coach, when he came back and sat down eventually. Xavi Alonso also said, while Vini was going, he just whispered to himself, come on, Vini, damn it. Like, he didn't like how Vini reacted. Now, just to make it clear, I understand Vini's reaction. I understand his anger. He was, I think, the best player in that game. I know he didn't score assists, but if you're watching that game, he was the one that was putting the whole Barca defense under tension. He was doing it offensively and defensively. But where I'll criticize Vini is the fact that he went down the tunnel. You can go back to the bench and sit down and throw a bottle or something like that. That is fine. But the team comes first. You are not bigger than the club. No. So I understand Vini's anger, but I think there was an overreaction to an extent. I know I'm not in his shoes, so I know I can be here and giving advice, but no. Vini should have sat down on the bench and, still support the team. I know he came back eventually, but I don't think he should have gone to that extent. Now, moving on. The relationship between Alonso and Vinicius Jr. has never been ideal. Alonso had planned to bench the player in Real Madrid's Club World Cup semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain in July, before right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold suffered a muscle injury, and ultimately Alonso played Vini on the right wing instead of his preferred position on the left, where he was ineffective in a 4-0 loss. So far back as the Club World Cup, he has been wanting to bench Vini. And to be honest, if you have watched Real Madrid so far under Xavi Alonso, Vini is not a player that Alonso is 100% sold. Like, Vini is supposed to be like one of the faces of Real Madrid. One of those untouchable players, one of those players that plays 90 minutes every game. But Xavi Alonso doesn't share that same sentiment. Now, Vini Jr. did not appreciate that and has not felt comfortable with Alonso, who was appointed in May. Since then, the Brazilian's camp has predicted that it's not going to be easy. The winger has only finished 3 games of 10 games in which he has started. In addition to that, not starting 3 of Real Madrid's 30 matches this season, which brought us to Sunday afternoon at the Santiago Bernabeu. This season, if you have been watching Real Madrid well, you know that it is only recently that Xavi Alonso started starting Vini every game. When they were playing Real Oviedo early this season, he was on the bench. Vini was